Imagine a quiet suburban street in New Jersey, 10 miles from Newark, where tidy lawns and white picket fences hide the darkest secrets. It's July 2025, and in a modest two-story home on Maple Lane, the basement, 12 feet deep and soundproofed like a bunker, becomes a prison for Mark Thompson, a 40-year-old accountant with a kind smile and a loving heart. His wife, Lisa Thompson, a 38-year-old teacher with a facade of perfection, locks him down there, driven by raging jealousy over a suspected affair. The underground room, 15 feet long and damp with mildew, has a single bulb swinging from the ceiling, casting shadows on the concrete walls. Mark's muffled screams echo faintly, heard by a neighbor 100 feet away who calls the Essex County Police Department, stationed 5 miles away in Newark. U.S. officers arrive, their flashlights slicing through the night as they break down the basement door, descending the stairs into the dark abyss. Lisa, caught 50 feet upstairs in the kitchen, claims it was a prank to teach him a lesson, her eyes cold as steel. But a search of the room, 12 feet underground, uncovers a diary in Lisa's handwriting. "He betrayed me. He'll stay until he begs." This wasn't a prank, it's a betrayal born of jealousy, locked away in the depths. She called it time out, but the basement became his prison. The Thompsons were the envy of Maple Lane, their home a picture of suburban bliss, 10 miles from Newark, with a neatly trimmed lawn 50 feet from the street and a swing set in the backyard 30 feet from the house. Mark, at 5 feet 10 inches with a gentle demeanor, worked as an accountant 3 miles away in Irvington, his days filled with numbers and his evenings with family dinners. Lisa, 5 feet 6 inches with a polished look, taught high school English 2 miles away in Belleville, her classroom a haven for students but her home a brewing storm. Their marriage, 15 years strong, started cracking when Lisa found texts on Mark's phone from his coworker, Sarah, a 35-year-old secretary 3 miles from his office, mentioning late nights at work. Neighbors, like Clara, a 55-year-old nurse living 100 feet away, noticed Lisa's mood souring, snapping at Mark over dinner, overheard 20 feet from their open window. Another neighbor, Tom, a 48-year-old mechanic 150 feet down the street, saw Lisa following Mark's car at night, 5 miles from home. The tip came from Clara, woken by screams from the basement, her call bringing deputies 5 miles from Newark. Deputy Elena Vargas, a 12-year veteran with a keen eye, led the raid, her team prying open the basement door, 12 feet underground, to find Mark dehydrated and bruised, clutching the water bottle Lisa had tossed down. The diary, hidden 5 feet from the stairs in a loose brick, detailed Lisa's paranoia. "Sarah's stealing him. He'll learn in the dark." Suspicion fell on Sarah, whose texts to Mark, found 3 feet from his phone upstairs, hinted at more than work. Had she fueled Lisa's jealousy? Clara's friend, Lila, a 40-year-old teacher 2 miles away, saw Lisa confronting Sarah at a coffee shop 3 miles from the school. As Vargas's team searched the home, a lead 100 miles away in Trenton, a pond ring tied to Lisa, would shift everything. The basement, 12 feet deep and 15 feet wide, was a concrete tomb under the Thompson home, its walls echoing with Mark's pleas, the air stale and cold despite the July heat above. Essex County deputies, their radios crackling 5 miles from their Newark base, combed the scene, their flashlights revealing scratches on the walls, 10 feet from the stairs, where Mark had clawed in desperation. The cot, 5 feet from the door, was a thin mattress with a single blanket, a bucket in the corner 3 feet away for his needs, and a small vent 8 feet up letting in faint air. Deputy Vargas, standing 5 feet 7 inches with a voice that commanded respect, questioned Lisa in a precinct 5 miles away, her teacher's blouse rumpled, her story fracturing. She claimed it was a couple's game to spice up their marriage, but the diary, found in her bag upstairs 50 feet from the kitchen, painted a picture of obsession. "He looks at Sarah. He'll stay until he forgets her." Mark's account, given from a hospital bed 3 miles away, was harrowing. He'd been lured to the basement with a promise of surprise repairs, only to be locked in for 5 days, fed scraps through a slot in the door, 12 feet underground. Sarah, the co-worker, was a puzzle. Her texts to Mark, recovered 3 feet from his phone in the living room, were flirty. "Miss our late nights." Had she known about Lisa's rage? A search of Sarah's apartment, 3 miles from Mark's office, uncovered a hidden drawer with photos of Mark, 10 feet from her bed, and a note. Lisa's jealous. Be careful. Lila, the teacher, saw Lisa stalking Sarah's car 2 miles from the school. Her SUV parked 20 feet away at night. Another witness, Jonah, a 45-year-old barista 3 miles from the diner where Lisa confronted Sarah, overheard her threat, "Stay away or regret it." Tom's sighting of Lisa following Mark, 5 miles from home, added to the pattern. The pond ring, 100 miles away in Trenton, was Margaret's, a family heirloom sold by Lisa to fund therapy, but its timing, weeks before the locking, hinted at planning. The basement's vent, 8 feet up, had a camera feed linked to Lisa's phone, 50 feet upstairs, showing she watched Mark suffer. A new lead, 50 miles away in Jersey City, a pond watch tied to Lisa, pointed to more thefts. The Trenton lead, 100 miles from Newark, was a pawn shop 5 miles from downtown, where Margaret's ring, a gold band worth $5,000, was sold by Lisa days before the incident, her signature on the receipt. Deputy Vargas and Detective Ruiz, 5 miles from the precinct, laid out the evidence: the diary, scratches, cot, camera, texts, ring, watch. Lisa broke, tears streaming. "He was cheating. I snapped." The truth spilled out. Lisa's jealousy over Sarah, the coworker 3 miles away, had built for months, her stalking 2 miles from the school leading to the basement trap. She'd locked Mark in to make him confess, watching via the camera 8 feet up in the vent, feeding him scraps through the slot 12 feet underground. Sarah admitted to the affair, her photos of Mark, 10 feet from her bed, confirming it, but she'd ended it weeks ago, unaware of Lisa's rage. Jonah, the barista, saw Lisa's confrontation at the diner, 3 miles away, her threat real. Lila's coworker, Mara, a 42-year-old teacher 2 miles from the school, heard Lisa ranting about teaching him a lesson at a cafe 3 miles away. Tom's friend, Hank, a 55-year-old trucker 5 miles from Maple Lane, saw Lisa buying chains for the basement door, 10 miles away in Irvington. Clara's tip about the screams, 100 feet from the house, saved Mark. The watch, pawned 50 miles away, funded Lisa's therapy retreat, but her phone showed searches for soundproof basements months earlier. A final lead, 150 miles away in Philadelphia. A counselor Lisa visited, revealed her sessions on jealousy, 5 miles from a pawn shop. Lisa's arrest for false imprisonment and assault shocked Maple Lane, her mugshot in tabloids, basement betrayal, and jealousy jail. Mark filed for divorce, starting a support group 5 miles away. This fictional tale, inspired by domestic jealousy cases, warns that rage can lock away more than doors.